Okay, so we're back, and we're gonna go live right away with F-Zero X expansion kit run by WMJ. He's gonna run the Staff Ghosts category, and if you've never seen this run, definitely stay tuned, because it's a very exciting one.
Alright, hello everyone. This will be an F-Zero X Staff Ghost run, including the 64DD expansion tracks. So, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. So, one little downside on playing on the 64 disk drive is that the disk actually has loading times. And the cartridge has none. And it happens that the more stuff you save to the cartridge, the longer the loading times get to be. So I guess the fastest way to run this technically would be to have nothing saved to the disk. But you do need to get your top 5 times filled in, or else you have to enter your name after a race. Alright, so to this first track, as you can see, it immediately starts getting pretty crazy. This is a glitch called the air ground glitch. And with that glitch, you can you land in the rail, and it makes the game get confused about the physics engines, and it's sort of a hybrid between just driving and flying through the air. So you can actually just float indefinitely like that. The most tricky part of that race was to skip the looping, because you do need to hit certain checkpoints on the track. You cannot just take a big shortcut, fly around the start line, for instance. And skipping those looping checkpoints in the air was kind of tricky, but it went alright. Silence is a straight track, so I'll go a little bit into mechanics of the game. So there's roughly 2 playing styles. One is max speed settings, or it means playing with grip. Try to stay in grip all the time, keep your speed high. And the other one is the drifting style, where you do need a lot of acceleration, so you actually trade that off to the max speed. And with drifting you go really fast around corners. It turns out that you can also drift against the rails, what you see me do from time to time. And this drifting against the rail actually increases your speed as well. So even on a... took a little bit too much risk there. Play it more safe. So even on a straight track like this, playing with drifting settings is still faster if you drift against the rail. As you could see just there, this game is very unforgiving. It's very easy to lose a lot of time by crashing. If you crash, there's nothing to rescue you. You have to just completely restart. May not actually make it. I think I'll make it. Can you turn the volume of the TV down, because I can't hear myself talk? Yeah, it's fine. Alright. Two step goes down. For me, this game is very hard to play in a marathon setting because usually I play IL strats, so I take all the risks. But in a marathon, that's usually not the best idea because it's for just how unforgiving this game is. I have to take a step back sometimes. Alright, Devil's Force is kind of a straightforward track. This is typical drifting track with not too much room for fancy moves, techniques. So this game is very technical, as you can tell. There's a lot of air maneuvers you can pull off, a lot of different diving mechanics to accelerate really fast. But those also tend to be the most risky to pull off. So you may not hear me talk all the time because doing commentary while playing this game is kind of difficult because it's so input heavy. But I'll do my best. Alright, the next track is one of the hardest tracks in the game for the strat I want to use. So hopefully it will be alright. You can with a specific diving strategy, I'll try to skip as much of the track as possible while still getting the checkpoints. Alright, I'm gonna take it safe. Even just a little careless mistake like that can be devastating in this game. Well, still made it. Took it a little safe in the final lap. That's cylinder physics for you then. With those cylinders, they have gravity around it to a certain area. But if you slide a little bit to the side of it, and with a good camera angle, it looks like you're just floating in the air. So when you play this game for the first time, beating the staff ghost can be really a big challenge. But now I beat him by 10-20 seconds on every track. You can see the difference with where I am compared to the staff ghost on the top right. The green timer is the difference between me and the staff ghost. Alright, that's pretty okay. 17 seconds just on this track. Disk drive menus can be tricky if you try to go too fast, because it lags a little bit. This is one of my, I guess, least favorite tracks to play, because it's kind of boring, except for one specific dive that is very tricky to get. This one. It's very hard to land back on the track with a good amount of speed without missing the track. Like that. Alright, in the first lap it matters more than in the boost laps. So after I get it on the first lap, I'll just leave it for the others, so I won't get stuck here. Usually I get that dive though, but it can be hard. Suicide finish is always necessary. It wouldn't be F0X without that kind of stuff. So as you can see on the vast majority of tracks I use the settings on max acceleration, because drifting in this game is really fast. And aside from that, if you have max acceleration, you are better at floating through the air, which I'm also doing quite a lot. Alright. This kind of tricks is really difficult in a one-try setting. So the more risk you take on those dives, the more speed you get. But obviously I have to find some kind of line. what you can do in one try. Alright, I'm gonna attempt a kind of risky strategy here. At least once. Let's see how it goes. So I'm activating the air ground glitch again. And I have to land back on the track with a high speed. Alright. Kinda hit the sides there a bit, so my energy is not so good. Hopefully I'll still make it. Took it a little safe here, because going through this chicane turn at very high speeds, which is possible, you take a crazy amount of risk with no energy. ECD2 is a fun little track. I guess this introduces a nice element in the game that is called jump plates. Plates that launch you into the air at high speeds, and obviously with all the diving mechanics this game has to offer, you can get a lot of speed from that. If you don't crash. Alright. Good run after a stupid crash. But that's just how this game is. It's really not at all a marathon friendly game. Oh man, I actually landed it too, but yeah, shouldn't do that. I'm a bit rusty on this track because it's not a track I normally play a lot. Alright, Whiteland is a track where I really have to make a concession on what I can actually do in one try, which is just play it safe. Because all the other options on this track are extremely risky. There's nothing really in between. So this is one of those tracks where I use settings towards the max speed, which is grip style driving. But there's still a nice dive I can do at the end of the lap. And I carry that speed into the next lap. Actually made it across the finish alive. That's rare. Usually you just crash in that last corner. Alright, so it's 2 cups down. 4 more to go. The King Cup is I guess the hardest cup in the game. It has a lot of really crazy tracks with difficult air maneuvers. Firefield is already one of them. There's also tracks that are a little bit of a chain reaction of moves. If you do one well, ouch, then the others go well too. Because you need a lot of takeoff speed a lot of times for to get enough height and so on. Sometimes it's hard to explain what goes wrong. It depends a bit on the angle of your ship. If it's at a bit too extreme angle, yeah, it won't turn so well. So I took it really safe there, but have to move on. Silence 2 is one of those tracks where drifting really pays off. There's a huge spiral turn at the beginning that you can nicely drift through. Especially if you get those boosts, then that would really help. Right. Sector Beta is the next track. That is one of the hardest and most risky strategies I will be doing. It's maybe even harder than Big Blue. But after playing this track so many times in this manner, I just cannot take a step back. Phew. Yeah, so that was a good run for a marathon. I got all the tricks I wanted to do.
Still not top 6.
No,
That's crazy.
I grinded that one out. So you can actually skip a little bit of the track like this if you know how to work with the checkpoints. It saves a lot of time if you can do it on all the 3 of the laps. Taking it safe. Won't want to blow myself up at the end of the race. Alright. The next 2 tracks are one of my favorite tracks. So I play them a lot, but they are completely nuts. Especially Wildland 2, the one I'm playing now, is not at all a typical track for this game. It's a half pipe, and half pipes have very funky mechanics in this game. And you can basically do the diving mechanic on it to accelerate quickly, driving on the very edge of it. Needless to say, that is very risky. That was the step ghost. Just lapped. Alright, no problem. And UCD3 is the next track. That one has a lot of jump plates on it. And if you do some crazy dives, you can chain them all together. And it's more like Flight Simulator at that point. think I skipped just a little bit too much of that corner, so the checkpoint doesn't count. Nice.
No jump that glitch. That's always good.
Yeah. Crashed once, but yeah, whatever. The second play was fine. Alright, Rainbow Road. Now we get to enjoy the expansion kit exclusive Rainbow Road soundtrack, which is basically Mario Kart 64, the guitar version. I wanted to try it once. Can do some crazy trick there. So usually when you finish this race, it will be faster than finishing one lap on this track in Mario Kart 64. Next up, Devil's Force 3. This is usually the first track when people try to beat the staff ghost that they get stuck. Because this staff ghost is next to unbeatable if you cannot do the drifting technique. And learning the drifting techniques really takes quite some practice to get good at it. So this staff ghost actually drifts here too. And you can see these corners are perfect for that. So if you want to play this game and you want to learn some of these techniques, this is a really good place to start. See if you can drift around these corners. I always go for that when I really shouldn't. This run is already a bit like that, so I don't care anymore. So you can do some tunnel dives at the end of the lap. That saves like maybe half a second or waste a minute. Salvaged it. Alright, Space Plant. Space Plant is also one of those happy go flying tracks. You can do a lot of crazy stuff. I'm not gonna do the most risky version because then I know that I won't finish it. Because of how long that first dive is into the lap, it's really difficult to time the landing at the right spot. Alright. That's fine. So as you can see, the finish line just stretches out horizontally, so you don't have to actually land on the track. This is also a track where being able to drift really pays off a lot. Managed to miss the entire refill on the second lap. That's gonna be a problem later on. Yeah, I have to take it safe now. A little bit. It is impossible to play this game safe unless you drive like a grandma or something. Port Town 2. I think when I first picked this game up, this was I really like this track because it's actually the same map as the Super NES F-Zero Port Town 2. And it's really challenging. But when I tried to beat the staff ghost, I was really puzzled because on all the corners it was accelerating away from me really fast. And only then I found out that there was actually such a thing as drifting in this game. Because you can actually beat the whole game pretty easily just playing with grip style. So I missed the refill there. Have to play it a bit safe here. Wouldn't be the first time that in this last chicane turn I would crash. Extreme grandma driving, that should be a video game. They have like this rollator, what is that name? With some little cart that helps you walk, and I go extremely fast with it. I can see that work as a video game. Stupid. I need to focus. Focus. This game will let you know where you're not completely focused. Fast. So, if you want to go for like a really good time, you would try to make all these drifts as long as possible, and right on the edge of the track, you would go back to it with a side attack. So this track can be quite a challenge because you really need to stay focused all the time. On the other hand, it's also kind of boring. So you can get quite punished for dreaming off. Alright, that's it for the normal tracks. Next up is the disc drive exclusive cups. 12 more tracks to go. So for the disc drive tracks, they are generally a lot more difficult than the normal tracks. And also the disc doesn't save your settings that you last used. So if you try to go too fast through the menu, that happened to me many times. You started out with default settings and that's pretty useless. So this is kind of a crazy concept. You drive on 2 loopings on the outside of the looping. So if you go too fast here, you fly off with no chance of ever getting back to the track. And so all the time you can win or lose is basically in that one dive at the end of it. And at the end of these little sections with the dirt in the middle of the track, if you go over like 820, you fly off. And you're completely screwed. Usually I hit the dirt anyway, so I lose my speed. Because the looping is like going left and right, so it's kind of hard to keep a straight line. So as you can see, that only just barely beats the Staff Ghost, 4 seconds. It's kind of a hard track. Another hard track is this one. It's probably one of the ones I fear the most for the disc drive cups. This is like Big Blue, it's a cylinder track, but the cylinder is much more narrow, and that means that you fly off way faster. Sometimes you want to fly off because you can do little tricks, which I'll try to keep it to a minimum. This is not at all one of my best tracks, so I need to play a little bit safe. Jinxed it. Yeah, so you fly off really fast of these cylinders. Like that. I was afraid of this. I guess no dives then. Just need to get through it. It's not that much slower anyway if you don't do dives, because you can do some pretty nice drifts on the side. playing it really safe there, but at least it's out of the way now.
Yeah. Still won by like 40 seconds.
Yeah. I guess that Seth Ghost is just terrible.
Playing it safe well.
Probably. This track is a lot better. It's more normal for the most part. The ending can be pretty crazy though. There's a lot of crazy cornering here. It's actually faster to just bounce there off the rail. So there's a little tunnel section coming up. You can do some a little dive there if you get it set up right. But generally it's not really worth it. Because of the part that comes after it. Next up, Port Town 3. It's quite a fun track to play. There's one really tricky section in this track and it's the very end of it. You can do a dive, but there's a very, very narrow section of track that you have to land on. Which is very easy to miss, of course. So that's what I meant. No. That's the worst. That's the worst. If you like at the very end of the race, completely unnecessary, you give it away. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to do Steph Ghost Run this time. If you play GP on this game, then you get a set number of lives. So if you die more than twice, you actually have to redo the entire cup. So in GP you have to play even safer than Staff Ghost. And it can get very nerve-wracking if you have no lives left and you have to still do some tracks. And it's really a run killer if you have to redo an entire cup. Should be fine. So that's very rare at that point, but it happens sometimes that you glitch through jump lights, and that's actually probably the first time I've seen it on this track. Yeah. And it also on lap 3, no less. This is terrible. I may not actually make my estimate at this point. So that jump plate glitch is like, we think it works by not being in the hitbox of the jump plate on any frame. So because you go fast in this game, one frame you're before it, the next frame you're already past the hitbox, and it doesn't trigger. And so that's, if I tried to do it extra safe, but then of course I messed it up because I'm not used to playing like that. So rip, ruin. It's all going on. I'm not falling for that again. So that track is out of the way. Yeah, that sucked. This is really the X in F-Zero X. That would be this track. Look at the track layout. It's kind of a fun track. It's not too difficult, usually. There's many boost plates on the track, so you can just keep on going. Alright. Next up is Big Blue Tree, one of the hardest tracks in the game. And the track layout is actually the map of Japan. So there's some really tough corners on this one. Some nice Japanese music. You can actually skip this whole last section, but it's so tricky that I've decided not to do that. Because this run will probably be overestimated at this point anyway, so shouldn't do crazy stuff. So that's really taking Big Blue Tree the safe way, but whatever. I beat the staff goers. Alright, Mute City 4. Mute City 4 is another half-pipe track. So there's kind of no way to play this one safe. I have to just go for it. Alright, that was good. At least one nice race.
Yeah, Washington has been a bitch today.
Port Town 3 particularly. Got some really bad luck there.
Yeah.
Alright, Space Plan 2 is another track where if you do get a glitch on the jump plate, you're completely screwed. Usually it's not too much trouble, but let's hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. And happened in lap 3 too. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just a glitch.
Braked right before it? Actually, you'd fall into the abyss as well. Probably.
If you break in F-Zero, you're a noob.
That technically count for dying too.
What would that be for kind of run if I break for every corner just in case something happens?
Fair point.
This run is already ripped, yeah. It's just 5 more tracks. Should have been finished by now.
It's okay, you don't have to play Big Chris.
A good point. Nobody wants to see Bigfoot. So if you accidentally hit that jump plate, you're actually forced to take it all slow. All right. What was my estimate for this? 150? All right, so maybe. Four tracks in 4 minutes. That's probably not possible.
Well, no. Just go fast. World records everywhere.
Port down 2 is port down 4 actually. But there's some little shortcut you can take with the mines. But on lap 1 it doesn't really save that much anyway. That's about the worst that could have happened. Alright. Had to take a step back there in lap 2 because of my energy. Firefield 2 is a tricky track. There's actually a 180 dive here, where the camera kind of loses it and there's no idea what you're doing. But it's even probably more tricky than it looks, because there's a bunch of checkpoints in that area that you can easily miss. I'm taking it really safe with the energy now. Experience tells me that I may need it. I think it was a good call to not boost there. Normally you would do that, but I had almost no energy left in the end. Wildland 3. It's a funky track. It's shaped like a star. But it actually plays pretty well. And it has a little half pipe section where you can make a lot of speed. Saved it. Yeah, so that corner is really tricky because you need to lose your grip, but only to a certain extent, or else you just crash into the rail. But I didn't manage to lose my grip in the final lap. Somehow made it anyway. This is the final track of the game. Bigfoot. True gimmick track. Because it's kind of unplayable. This is still kind of challenging, you could say, but if you get to those toes, it's just crazy. So the fastest way to do this is actually just bounce on the rail like that. Almost time. And time.
1:18.12.
Too bad. Too bad. Yeah, I got stuck on a few tracks there with some crashes and some bad luck. But still, I think there were some nice races in it. So I hope you have all enjoyed the run. And yeah, I'll keep up with it. And what game is next?
Yeah.